Welcome back. The Red Fort blast investigation has unfolded into one of the most complex and far-reaching counter-terror operations in recent years. This was not a tragic accident. It was the culmination of months of planning, and behind it lies a financial trail. 26 lakh rupees, pooled by a small network of doctors. Today we trace that money, how it was raised, where it went, and what it reveals about a white-collar terror module. Hello and welcome. You're watching Deep Dive by NewsX with me, Uday Pratap Singh. At the heart of this 26 lakh money trail are 5 accused doctors: Dr. Muzammil Ghane, Adil Ahmed Ratha, Adil's brother Muzaffar Ahmed Ratha, Dr. Shaheen Shahid, and Dr. Umar Nabi Mohammed. This group of well-educated medical professionals allegedly engineered a complex and sustained terror operation near the Red Fort. The fund, as traced by the National Investigation Agency, was collected over 2 years for chemical procurement and covert logistical operations. Muzammil Ghane has reportedly told the NI how this fund was collected and how it was used. Let's understand this further. According to his statement, Ghane contributed 5 lakh rupees. His associate Adil Ahmed Ratha added 8 lakh rupees. Adil's brother Muzaffar Ahmed Ratha contributed 6 lakh rupees. Shaheen Shahid provided 5 lakh rupees. And Dr. Umar Nabi Mohammed, who investigators identify as the technical head of the operation, contributed 2 lakh rupees. What's important to note is their level of coordination and focus. Every rupee collected was handed over entirely to Umar Nabi. This degree of trust indicates that he was the nucleus around whom the technical procurement and execution phases revolved. NI officials say the scale and structure of the funding indicates a premeditated conspiracy rather than an impulsive act. This was not a spur-of-the-moment plan, but a structured and well-executed conspiracy. Let's take a look at what they did with such a large amount of money. The group spent nearly 2 years acquiring materials necessary for manufacturing explosives and assembling remote triggering devices. These included fertilizers, chemicals, circuitry, and electronic components, all purchased in small batches and through discrete channels to avoid attention. An NI officer quoted in the media said the group's methodological pace reflected careful planning. They were not building explosives overnight. This was a deliberate, phased operation designed to evade detection. One of the most critical aspects of the investigation revolves around chemical procurement. Officials say Ghane purchased 26 quintals of NPK fertilizer from Gurugram and Noob for approximately 3 lakh rupees. In addition, ammonium nitrate and urea, both key components in improvised explosive devices, were stockpiled over time. Investigators believe the conversion of these agricultural materials into explosive compounds was carried out under the close supervision of Umar, who allegedly oversaw the mixing, stabilization and storage processes. His role, they say, also included arranging remote detonators, electronic circuitry and triggering mechanisms. All of this indicates a clear division of labor within the module. This division of responsibility, officials argue, shows that the group operated with a professional hierarchy typical of organized terror groups. Umar handled the technical part while others focused on funding and logistics. The steady accumulation of materials and the efficient compartmentalization of duties also suggests prior training or external guidance. Now, amongst the 5, one remains missing. Muzaffar Ahmed Ratha, believed to be part of the core funding circle, is suspected to be in Afghanistan, making his interrogation and extradition difficult. The others, Ghane, Shaheen Shahid and Adil Ratha, have been arrested. The Special NI Court in Patiala House has granted 10 days custody of these doctors and Mufti Irfan Ahmed Waghe. Umar, Ghane and Shaheen are all associated with the same institution, Al-Falah University. Now, investigators are also searching for Nisal ul Hassan, a colleague of the accused at the Al-Falah Medical College. To remind viewers, another component of Al-Falah University is under scrutiny for alleged money laundering. Jawad Ahmed Siddiqui, chairman cum chancellor of the university, is under investigation for generating over 415 crores in funds that the Enforcement Directorate says were dishonestly obtained by misleading students and parents about NAAC accreditation and UGC recognition. With the preliminary confessions now linking several previously isolated leads, the NI shifted its focus to mapping the broader network. The next phase of the investigation involves tracing upstream suppliers who provided chemicals, electronic components and other materials, and determining whether Al-Falah University had any role in the procurement or movement of money. Well, joining us now is Ellen Rao, former DCP Special Cell at Delhi Police. Ellen Rao, what do you make of the meticulous planning and also now the money trail, which is a core part of the investigation, finding where it came from, where it went, and also whether there were other funders involved?
Good evening, Uday Pratap Singh ji. This is a new revelation about the funding, because no any terrorist activities cannot be undertaken without any finance, and definitely that was the most requirement, because it requires material for purchases, and then technical know-how, and all other activities are to be fulfilled. That is only possible with the funding. But in this case, very strange situation is that these 4 or 5 people collected money from themselves, their own funds, as it is revealed from your statement, and then they started this operation. That may be because of at the instance of some other their handlers in outside of our country. Because without their instructions, I don't think that these people will be indulging in such a huge quantity, and huge planning was conducted by themselves only. Definitely, there must be some brain behind them, and for the purpose of funding, as they have revealed, that is to be seen, that is to be verified whether what they are saying that is correct or not. But most likely, the funding was also from the outside, and this money, while they will spend from their own sources, but if they are saying, that is to be verified by the investigating agencies of NIA. But still, I am very much sure that this more and more money was pumped into to them to fulfill this, accomplish this huge and planning to destruct our country, and to disturb peace and tranquility in our country by their activities of terrorist activities, especially by bombing these places. And the huge amount of this material, explosive, which was easily available because it is used in the agriculture, that you can DAP fertilizer, or some other these potassium nitrate and all these things. These can be purchased from the market, and then after storing them, and then these making the bomb know-how, technical know-how, that is also very important. How to make bombs. That bomb means that IED, improvised explosive device. It contains almost 4 or 5 ingredients, very important ingredients. That one is explosive, one is the detonating aspect,
Yes.
one is battery source and everything, and then these are kept in a container that becomes the IED, means bomb, and that can be triggered with their mechanism, maybe a timer mechanism, or maybe some other. There are so many other other system or activating these bombs like that. But that funding is definitely is required, because everything is required, that all things are being
Yes.
that these are with the help of money itself can be done.
But
So that,
also, Ellen Rao, the fact is that this new form of terror module, white collar terror module, with self financing happening, this is also a very concerning development, isn't it?
definitely, this is new thing which has come into our to the investigators. That the self-funding, that is very important aspect. That is to be seen, why they were funding from themselves. That is to be verified, as I already said you. But if it is definitely a self-funding, then they were highly motivated for religious activities, and this you can say they were being doctrined by, for this jihad, which is they are taking against our country by adopting such type of activities of bombing, and more particularly these doctors, the white collar terrorism, you can say. Because we generally don't doubt any doctors to be involved in such type of activities, because it is a very considered to be a very noble profession of life givers, not the life takers. That is, but in this case, if it is so, the doctors are funding from their own sources. That is really very very amazing revelation during investigation, because generally these people get funds from outside, and that those people who are sitting outside handling these persons who are doing these activities, definitely they spend money for them, and with that in this situation, then the doctors who are also getting good salary,
Yes.
good they are having a good profession, and then they are using their own money to destruct our peace and tranquility in our country. That is very strange. That is to be seen. That I can say that this fact is coming into the first time in our history of investigation or like that.
Okay. Ellen Rao, appreciate you joining us with your perspective on this special segment.